Hey, today's show is brought to you by Audible. That's right. Exciting. Go there to Audible Podcast, audiblepodcast.com/Todd and guess what you get? A free download. Yeah. You can go get like Steve Martin's book, Born Standing Up. You get whatever book you want. We're very open-minded. I mean, they're very open-minded. This is the worst ad I've ever done, but you know what? I'll tell you what isn't the worst. Audible. They're the best. We'll take a break. Today's a family show. My friend Sharif stopped by. Go to his website. I think we mentioned it on the show. I think you'll like his music. I know you'll like his music. I know it. How you doing? All right. I think everything's good. I think it is. Are you good? Do you hear everyone talking downstairs? Jesus. Doesn't even make any sense. Do you hear everyone talking downstairs? Jesus. Like, Jesus what? Jesus is our Savior. Stop it. I'm so controversial. All right. This is the opening. All right. I'm up in Lake Arrowhead right now. It's snowing. It's very exciting. You know, it's like you're inside. We got a fire going. Why am I up in Lake Arrowhead? Well, turning the rough draft of my book in on Tuesday. So me, the ghostwriter, Daniel Kino, and Blake Wexler all came up here and to just do a read-through. If you must know, guess what? I'm coming to Atlanta this Wednesday. Laughing Skull. I know some of the shows are sold out, but there's enough tickets. I don't want to throw you into a panic. All right, everybody. You're good. Bye. All right, so we're all good? Mm-hmm. You doing good? Is everybody good?
Yeah, I'm great.
Are you good?
I'm good.
Hold on. Can we... Eric, you need to fix your mic. You're leaning downwards.
Push it in a little towards the end of the table.
You can make it taller, too.
He's so helpful, Chris.
He just lowers
he cares
his chair.
about you.
There, how's
Don't
that?
lower your chair. Bring your chair up. You look like I'm dealing with...
Well,
You're right. I'm sorry. Just let him do what he wants.
Bring your mic up.
We're good.
Leave him alone. Both of us leave him alone. And Katie, you're good?
I'm great.
Sharif?
Great.
Good.
I'm doing well, thanks.
Good.
I didn't even let you ask.
I do. I care. I care. Okay, you can start recording. Or
I
did
have
you?
been.
Oh, you did. Oh, okay. Same thing every week. Okay. Play that fucking jingle or whatever you call it.
A very funny guy, Todd Glass.
Ooh.
If you fucking call me back this time, then don't call me ever again, because we're done.
You know what?
Todd Glass Show launches August 12th.
Todd. Hey, it's Zach.
Pause
Listen,
it.
man, I really...
Somebody said they thought it was funny that Zach goes Zach Galvanakis because everyone's going to know it's Zach. You know why he says Galvanakis? Because I fucking told him to. Like, I want everyone to know it's you. When you call, it goes Zach Galvanakis.
want to come on the podcast. I've got stuff to promote.
Comedy Central presents.
And I'll tell you another thing. If his career starts slipping, I'll take that fucking right out of there. That's what I told him. I said, you got to stay on top if you want to stay in that opening theme. I'm not leaving you. Well, Zach was big a few years ago, and now you got to stay big. He goes, I'm trying.
Todd Glass.
Brian Regan.
Again.
Again? Oh, my
What do you
God.
want me to do podcast? Just, I don't know. Let me know that. Do you want me to beg?
Yes.
God, it's Marin. Mark, I'm the guy who can't come on the Todd Glass Show. What do I fucking need to do?
Be nicer to people.
Very funny podcast, The Todd Glass Show, can be found at nerdist.com. Please welcome Todd Glass.
From the beautiful La Cienega Strip.
Mm-hmm.
High atop.
This is Jimmy Kimmel's guy. I got him. I spend the money.
It's the Todd Glass Show.
Oh, we're back in studio.
been a long summer, everybody. What is this? No, seriously, what is this? I've said it before, but now I'm not upset. I'm happy. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm with you. Everything's going to be just fine.
Todd Glass Show.
Oh.
Todd Glass Show. Fridays at 9. Joyful to hear. Listen all the time.
Is that you guys doing that? You can join in, Sharif, with the background if you know how.
It's a podcast.
I mean, I'm not if you know how. Shh, don't interrupt my song.
Podcast with Todd Glass. Todd Glass Show. Todd Glass Show. It's never dull. In every way, professional. It's a podcast.
That's Chris in the background.
A podcast with Todd Glass.
Put a little reverb in Sharif's mic in case he gets, wants to do something.
If you've heard the show,
Mrs. Miller.
then you'll know the best.
No prep. I don't want you to feel like, where do you join in? He doesn't care.
The deliciousness of grilled cheese. Todd Glass Show. Todd Glass Show.
Everything's going to be just fine.
Fridays at 9. You know it's great, 'cause he's a headliner. It's a podcast. A podcast with Todd Glass.
Hello, everybody. What an opening. I mean, I know how to do it. I feel like I wasn't there for you last week. What if I start overthinking? I know. Well, I had... hello, everybody. Well, we said hello in the cold opening. You did record that?
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm good.
But, I mean, since we asked you last time.
Oh, better.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm feeling better, too. And, Eric, you're doing good?
I'm doing well.
I'd like to get all the hellos out of the way. Sharif is was in with us a long time ago. He's a friend of mine, and he came in and did the first version of "You Make My Pants Want to Get Up and Dance."
I did.
Do you remember?
Oh, hello.
Sharif has echo in his voice always. It's a professional singer. They have echo in their voice. And you were so I like to give this out because I think people would like your music. I like your music, and I don't want to play too much of it now. Play a little bit of Sharif. This song.
Uh-oh.
I love this song.
Thanks, Todd.
And then we'll talk more. We'll play a little bit of this now, but I'll play the whole thing later.
I gave myself permission to let my heart rewind, but I woke up with trouble on my mind. So I emptied out my pockets to find your diamond ring. I pawned it for a suitcase and some gin. So let's drink, shot down, let's burn this town. Living on the dark side of the dawn. 'Cause I'm young and I'm wise, but I've lost my mind. Living on the dark side of the dawn. Now if I had $1 every lie you spoke, I'd be a millionaire, you'd be broke.
That's the line. No wonder you didn't know the song I was mentioning. I kept mentioning the wrong line. That's the line that I like.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out what you were playing there. That's like an acoustic version, and then I heard my ex-girlfriend chime in. That's why I just started laughing.
Oh, do you want to put a new one in?
No, I don't care.
What happened to her? She passed away?
Yeah.
She got hit by a bus. She died in a what? The singing accident. You're one for one, Chris. All right, so let's get some stuff out of the way here. Oh yeah. Griffin Rogers. He had something. He wanted to. We always say positive things about people. He wouldn't it be funny just saying, "Can you say negative things about me?" So he came to the show. I think he's from. I forget where he took the ride down from, but Griffin Rogers. Oh, we talked about. Griffin.
Yeah, he's a prick.
Guy's an asshole. Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Rogers, what a
dick.
What a dick. Came to my show. I drove 5 hours. Who gives a fuck?
Oh, God, get off it.
Get off your fucking high horse, you piece of shit. Come on.
The audacity of this prick.
How do you like? Because I drove 5 hours to see your show, right?
5 hours. I sat there in the car for 5 hours.
Fuck you.
Say that.
Fuck you.
How long it take you to write that email, asshole?
Yeah, fuck him. I'm Griffin. Could you say negative things about me? You got what you wanted, you son of a bitch. You better be laughing so fucking hard right now. All right, so there's that. Nicholas. I always have a hard time with the names, and I write them down, which leads us to a review we got on iTunes, where people leave the reviews, which we'll get to later. I think it's Nicholas Tiffer. Mm-hmm. He said since he was 6 years old, he's dreamed of being mentioned on our show.
Oh, what a prick.
No.
Get off your high horse.
Get off it. Fuck you, asshole. I dream. We all have dreams. We all have dreams.
I had a dream.
I had a dream ever since I was 6 years old. Doesn't even matter if the whatever voice I have works. I wanted echo, but that worked too. Anything works. I'll take fake hang-up calls anytime I can get them. All right, let's go nice and slow here, as I always say. Helium. I know I sound like a broken record, but I don't say it every time. There were some really cool people at the Helium show that I met afterwards. They have a nice bar there, so it's easy to hang out sometimes after the show. Some clubs it is, sometimes it isn't. But that's an easy club to hang out with people because they have a bar separate from the comedy club. So after the show, a lot of people go in there. And there were some nice people. And hold on. Where was the guy we just wrote an email to? His name was Blake. Oh, Blake Zook. I hope I said your name right. You're a good man. That was a very handwritten, kind letter you wrote me. He handed it to me after the show. Zook. Thank you. You're right. Blake Zook. Blake Zook.
It could be either, though.
Watch your mouth. So thank you. And then, all right, here we go. So then Danielle, she wanted some advice. Let's get this out of the way here. Not you, Danielle. I'm going to give you 100% right now. But before we get silly, is it Danielle?
Well,
Yeah,
it's
Danielle.
I think it is.
It's Danielle. He wrote it right. It's one of those things, like, you want harmony, so if someone's doing something disrespectful, do you allow them to do it? Because if you mention it, like, in other words, if somebody's loud on their cell phone, I think I've said before, you move away. Because what you really want is harmony. And once you mention, hey, could you please, even if you're nice, hey, could you do me a favor? Sometimes you have to, but if there's ever a situation to move away, you move away. Because most of the time you don't get, I keep using the word harmony, but that's what you want. Then you say something, there's tension. One time on a plane, I said something to somebody, and then I sat there, I'm like, I shouldn't have said anything. Now I'm more uncomfortable than I was with them being loud on dictating into it was a doctor. On January 4th, Lisa Kudrow came in, whatever, that's the only name I can think of, with a lower itch on her. I'm like, I got to listen to this? He said something to him. I think he said, he goes, you have to, if you'd be nice, I would stop. I go, if you'd be nice, I wouldn't start. Oh, he's on the phone right now. Hello. All right. Why does that make me? That phone could ring anytime. It's always fun. It's like, oh, we're getting them on the phone right now. All right. So neighbors throw trash on her driveway. What do you do? Hold on one second. Neighbors throw trash on her driveway. And I get it. She's like, I get it. I want to just ignore it because, like you said, what's going to happen if I say anything? how can you deal with it? I think Paul F. Tompkins said something with a neighbor that played music. He brought over a bottle of wine.
They just throw trash on their driveway?
Yeah, I don't know how it happens. I can't picture the situation, but I get it. People do weird things. Maybe the trash cans are there. Maybe they throw it over the fence. I don't know what. Can you send me pictures of your house and your neighbor's house so I can size this up, please?
Yeah, we're going to need to investigate this.
Eric's getting he's cautious about this email. He thinks, wait a second, they just throw trash? You know what? Of course I believe it. So I don't know. You're right. In some cases, you have to say something. You can't just let someone disrespect you. But it's a hard one. I wish I knew the answer. But I don't know. I don't know what you do. You're right. You just let it happen. It's your house. Someone's throwing trash on your yard. Maybe you do. Maybe you just pick it up. I don't know. I think you have to sense how reasonable they are. There's different levels of psychotic people. There can be someone maybe it depends on how they're throwing it. I know that sounds weird, but there's different levels of psychotic people. If they're just so crazy, you might be better off just picking it up. You know what I mean? But I don't know. But I'm sorry. You would think this would be an email I wouldn't have read with the information that I'm giving out on. I basically read an email and said, I don't know what to do. But I just wanted you to know that I tried. I thought, does anybody else have any ideas?
Well, it never hurts to approach the person and ask them.
They said they did that.
Oh, and that did not work?
No.
Yeah, pick it up.
Maybe. That sucks, though. But I get it. Pick up the trash. Okay? And then what if they wrote me an email, the neighbors? Hey, remember what you said about if I kept throwing trash on their lawn, they'd eventually pick it up? Well, they are.
It worked.
Like I'm giving both sides as advice. Love your show. All right.
I have a roommate that has a dog that just sits there and barks while we're trying to have a conversation in the back. It just will sit there in the middle of all of us and bark and bark. And we've tried to tell him, hey, stop it with the dog. Tell the dog to do something.
Tell the dog to do something? What do you mean? What do you want the dog to do?
Stop barking.
Well, then you don't tell a dog to stop barking. You give it attention. But I understand.
Take it somewhere else where people are gathered having a conversation. You don't. And so we just got to the point where as soon as the dog starts barking, we walk away. Conversation's over. We sit there and smoke pot. We stop.
Wait, I'm a little confused. How's that teach your neighbor a lesson?
Sometimes you say something, it doesn't work. You just what do you do? It agitates it.
So wait, so you're outside. Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm here for the listening audience. I think because they're going. Wait a second. So you're outside. You're talking in where your yard is or whatever.
Right.
And then the neighbor's dog barks.
No. Roommate.
Oh,
yeah,
in your own
area, right there in the middle of all of us.
Well, yeah, that's a worse problem.
So I walk away and throw trash in the neighbor's yard.
Oh, wait a second. This letter's from Eric. Okay, so we have two situations we haven't dealt with. Everything's fine. I used to get nervous when this was happening. Like I feel like, God, I didn't have good advice. I like to have goddamn good advice for people. Like, here's what you do. The listener goes, oh, great. Well, pick up the goddamn trash. That's all I got. Hey, let me tell you something, Danielle. I'm gonna think about this more. Please send me pictures, and I might come over your house and try to deal with this for you. The Onion. Now, look, I'm always afraid to give my opinion because if my comedian, I like Mike. What are you doing over there? Are you getting something ready?
No.
You're making me nervous. Join the group. I feel like you have a disconnect. This too. Am I right? You swear?
I swear.
Okay. Should they do that every time they throw trash on their driveway?
That was not the Onion thing.
Oh, the Onion. That's okay. The Onion thing. I like my comedian, especially people I respect, to be on this.
Some people you might want to recap.
Yeah, the Onion. I think. Yeah, you're right. Most people, if you don't know, the Onion said something about. We haven't done the show since last week. The Onion said something about that 9-year-old girl, calling her the C word, and what? At the Oscars, and someone asked me what I thought about it before I even read the apology. Now, someone told me that I think on the inner circle enough to know that apology. I'm not positive about this, but that apology was genuine. And I bet there's a lot of people, I'll tell you how I feel about the apology in a second, but a lot of people, and I'm curious to hear what you guys think, because we can agree to disagree, obviously. It's not something that, it's not like civil rights or sexism where you can't agree to disagree. There's fucking right and there's wrong. This is obviously agree to disagree type of thing here. That it was genuine. And I know a lot of people thought it was, they just had to apologize. Now, we all know those things exist where someone doesn't. I've been on both sides of it. I've seen people have to apologize when I went, fuck, they shouldn't have to. God damn it, but I get it. you got sponsors. I think I get it. It's easy for me to go, you shouldn't have apologized. I've seen people apologize when I felt it was unnecessary. I also think people can apologize. To insinuate that it's black and white always is absurd.
Right.
Of course, sometimes people are going to have to apologize unnecessarily, but you do leave it open that there are also times. I can't imagine answering no to this. No. Anytime someone apologizes, it's always unnecessary. It is sometimes. Is it ever necessary? Can someone do something that's wrong and genuinely apologize? I heard they apologize because they wanted to, because they're brilliant. Look, whether you love everything The Onion does or not, there's a lot of smart people over there, and they satirize things that I think they could brilliantly explain, no, we're not apologizing, and I think they would have. Someone told me that they'd apologize genuinely, that they don't want to be, like what I say, a bully and hide behind satirization. So if you're out there and you're listening and you had that theory of, no, they just apologized, that sucks that they had to do that. They didn't. They meant it. And I like that they did. And I feel like it, I guess because it echoed a lot that I feel. The whole thing, are you hiding? It's comedy. Can you satirize? Then why can you satirize? And then it gets into this gray area. Someone goes, well, you can satirize Nazi Germany. Yes, because everybody knows that he's a fucking evil, disgusting monster. I wouldn't satirize Hitler if I happened to be near somebody that thought, oh, they didn't kill as many Jews as they thought. Those people that exist. No, I wouldn't do it around that person. But most people that we know are civil human beings get it. So with this case, I asked Daniel, and I think here's where some people might get a little lost. If someone said that to me while I was watching the show, would I laugh? Yes, I'd fucking laugh. It's hilarious. But the fact that a 9-year-old girl had to hear it, I thought I would probably say, let's tweet this, laugh fucking hysterically, and then look back and go, oh, maybe I shouldn't. So, hey, and even the person that wrote it might feel that way. So, what did you have any feelings on it?
Oh, yeah, you could satirize Hitler because it's been years and he's dead, and who gives a shit about his feelings anyway? This is a 9-year-old girl.
Well, it's not about Hitler we worry about. We'd worry about
this girl.
Yeah, we're not worrying about Hitler. Right. We're worrying about the people that have had relatives that, would it be disrespectful to those people or people that just, because of what it was? But yeah, I think we're agreeing on that. So, but you thought when you read it about the 9-year-old girl before they apologized, did you have any feelings on it?
I didn't read it until after the apology.
And how'd you feel about the apology?
I didn't even read the apology.
Oh, you didn't?
It's necessary.
Did you read it? What did you think?
I mean, I think the apology.
Talk really loud. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like you said, I don't think the apology they necessarily. I don't know if they wanted to apologize or not, but they apologized quickly because the Oscars is the biggest national news event. Like a tweet like that, it spread to everyone.
Oh, so you're going the opposite way.
Yeah, hold on. You're gonna have to share his mic here if we're gonna talk.
No, I'm just saying. I agreed with the apology because not only I don't know if I'm not taking one side or the other, but the reason they apologized, I think, is because the Oscars is just such a huge thing that they were just getting blasted within less than 24 hours.
Well, no.
So they had to get that apology out quickly to kind of even save their company, whether they wanted to apologize or not.
Well, but that's what we're having. That we're trying to get a question. You might be answering the question I'm not asking. The question is, did they apologize because someone told me that they apologized because they wanted to, even though I know there's still a lot of people going, and I could do a little further research. This person, I think a pretty good source, that it wasn't that. That it wasn't it hit such a large group of people that they would have come strong out of the gate if they felt it was that they could defend it and explain it crystal clear intelligently, that they wanted to apologize, whether it was for 10 million people or whether it was for 30 people, that it was about a 9-year-old girl and they meant their apology. So anyway, I liked the apology, and I thought it was from their heart, and I thought it was brilliantly written. When I read it, I went, it's funny how you can be on two different pages. Someone else is listening and going, ugh. And that's, like on this, you can agree to disagree. I said, when I read it, I thought, you know what? I think that sounds nice.
Yeah, it was very well written.
Yeah. And also, by the way, you have to understand that how could someone make a mistake that's crude? Well, when you do what they do, you have that fine line, and that's why. Obviously, that wouldn't have been an apology you would accept from a teacher, or in a different situation. This is a The Onion. That's just what they do. They satirize twisted, demented, things, and sometimes there's that fine line of going over the Anyway, we'll move on from that.
But so to recap. You do think they meant to apologize? They wanted to apologize?
Yeah, they wanted to apologize. It's not like behind the scenes What I heard, I keep saying that, was it's not like behind the scenes they're going, well, what else were we going to fucking do?
Yeah.
But I'm going to ask one more person. I'll talk about it next week. All right, enough of that. My pussy tweets are out of control. Can I tell you something? The other day we were in line, and somebody wrote me a poster that said pussy on it really big, and it was very funny the way they did it, and also very artistic. And they were in the first row with a rolled-up poster, and I thought, I think that might be it. So when I did my show, I grabbed it, went backstage. Of course, I rolled it open. It was hilarious. But I didn't put their name on it. Otherwise, I'd thank them. But now I'm getting nervous to retweet anymore, although I'm tempted. Today I almost tweeted, here I go, and then I was going to start rolling through them. But I thought, well, maybe I will. So we were being silly. This has nothing to do with it. But me and Blake were at the Pinkberry after we got off the plane, and the girl was sweeping with a brush, like a paintbrush. When they put those toppings on. Mm-hmm. And by the way, they always put that thing in the smallest cup they possibly can, so by the time they put toppings on, they can barely jam a tweezer full in there. Oh, it's overflowing with fudge. What's that, a half a teaspoon? I said, put it in a large cup. I said, do you mind putting that in a small and a large cup? She goes, oh, no problem. She didn't. I thought then maybe just by looking at it visually, she'd put more on it. No. And they always weigh it. Now, they don't weigh it. Here's why. Just so you know, I'm not stupid, because I worked at a Dairy Queen, believe me. Katie, you have a hangnail? I worked at Dairy Queen, and you had to make the cone a certain size, but I didn't weigh it ever. You just sort of get the feeling of it. But they always weigh it at the.
Don't they charge by weight, though?
Yeah, they do.
No, not at the. No, it's a small, medium, and a large. It's not one of those places.
So they're just like making sure they gave you the right amount.
Yeah, I'm sure they do it so if it's over every time they get a cents put less. But I'm wondering,
comes out of their paycheck.
Do you think they ever scoop some off? Like if it's too heavy, what if they had a cone and they weighed it and then it was too heavy and they licked it?
Or they just broke the bottom of the cone off or something.
Just a little bit. Well, I worked at Dairy Queen once, and a girl came in and she wanted a Buster bar. She goes, I'm a nickel short. So I go, oh, that's no problem. And then I took a bite out of it and I handed it to her. And she didn't laugh. I was like 19. I was going to give her a fresh one, too. I just thought that was funny. Yeah. And she was like, that's rude. I go, no, I'm going to give you a fresh one. Like, even then I knew, hey, Jesus Christ, she doesn't even know funny. You know what I thought? She was probably 40 then. And guess what? She's probably dead now. Good.
Todd, you might want to write an apology letter to our viewers tomorrow for that one.
Yeah, I might start writing apology letters to everybody. All right, so listen. Where are we at right now? I don't know. This next thing, we'd have to take a break if we did it afterwards. Maybe we will do that. We'll play. No, we have to do a nice song. You know what? We'll do the song about. This is a little deep, but you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do it. Yeah, get that ready, and then we'll come back. We can get a little serious, and then come back and have a good time, right? So I said it last week because sometimes when I'm making the opening to the show, you're in a place, and I was in a place where I thought I should read this email. I won't read the email. We'll put the email on Facebook. That's what we'll do because you have it. You think that's a good idea?
Yeah, we can do that.
Put the email on Facebook, but
we'll take out all the names and stuff.
No, they don't care. I already asked.
Oh, okay.
But I got an email from someone named David that a friend of his, Amanda, took her life about 2 weeks ago. And he wrote the email was very warm and said that she listened to the show, and although she didn't have the ability to hang on to life anymore, that he enclosed her diary or some of her journals. Tumblr. And she said some, Tumblr?
Yeah, her Tumblr, blog.
Mm-hmm. She said some kind things about the show. And, I swear to you I'm being genuine. I don't know her, but, to think that she laughed at the show. We had fun together, whether I met her or not. You're connecting with people, obviously, in that way. And then you're just gone. And it's Jesus, it's just it's so final. And he said, I thought you might want to read it. And the reason I thought it was worth mentioning, because it is hard to do this, but I've done this twice in my life. Because obviously when people take their lives, they think, there's many reasons, obviously, but I don't know in some situations, in this case or whatever the case is, they feel like maybe they don't know how much people would miss them. And maybe it's worth telling someone that you think. I said it to two people, and you're nervous saying it. You're nervous to go to someone and go, because a lot of times someone's going through a lot of bullshit, but they're not going to kill themselves. They're just going through a lot of shit. So you feel a little weird going up to them and going, hey, I know you're going through a lot of stuff. That's not, you're never thinking that. And just say, look, I want you to know, however you're going to say it, I said, I'd really fucking miss you if you were gone. I mean, seriously. If you ever feel it, just please fucking come to me, please. And I said it to two people. Neither, both fine. Neither of them were like, what? What do you mean? So you had a situation, right?
Yeah, I've had a couple friends that have committed suicide for different ways, different reasons. Oh, that is unnecessary.
Chris, no. Have a little class. We're talking about something.
Chris.
You know what? I think Amanda would laugh.
I think so.
So what I thought we'd do, and again, it's one of those things I call podcast hangover. It was so in your situation, you didn't see it coming. I'm sorry. I went in for the close and I didn't let you.
No, it's easy to look back on it and say, oh, God, how did I not see it? But you usually don't. There's certain things that just be there and listen to your friends.
Yeah, and I, like I said, I don't think there's any crime if you think someone's going through that, even though it's so hard to do. I put it off, and I had to really go, just do it. Because you think that day comes, you're feeling maybe melancholy at night, and you're feeling I'll do it. Then when you have to dial the phone, well, you don't dial the phone. you say, call. But I don't. It can. Not only can it hurt. I bet in a lot of situations it can be very powerful for that person, and so I think that's a good idea. So, we'll do this. Well, what we'll do? We'll take a little break, and we'll come back. It's going to be a very silly show. It's just I like that Katie affectionately calls these shows a family show. You're the one that titled it that. And I've grown to love these shows. Although we are going to, Eddie Pepitone is definitely going to be on soon. And that's right now. That's going to be like in 2 weeks. I want to get Eddie. I'm like literally driving down the street and thinking of so many bits that Eddie could do. So I'm very excited about getting back in here. And two people wrote in emails. Oh, my God. They're very funny ideas for Eddie.
I was trying to think of best of moments of the show, and a lot of them were Eddie Pepitone.
Right. They were. And Paul F. Tompkins and Jen Kirkman.
Rory.
And Gary Goldman and Rory. James Adobe. And we have to list everyone now so we don't offend anybody. Blake Wexler.
Henry Phillips.
Fred Stoller.
Doug
was great.
Stanhope Doug Stanhope was great.
Jesselnick.
Anthony Jeselnik was great. Jonah Ray was a lot of fun.
Norm MacDonald.
Yeah, you know who else was fun? Whole Foods.
Kevin and Steve
Lemmy and
Steve Lemmy and
Kevin Heffernan.
Oh, yeah.
Really
Dimitri
funny.
Martin.
Yes, and
Sarah Silverman.
Sarah Silverman.
Chelsea Peretti.
Brendan Walsh.
Brendan Walsh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Give you an A+ for that one.
Everyone's funny.
Brendan Walsh is the only comedian to stay up. Like when we were at the festival, he stayed up later than me. I was so angry. Nobody ever stays up later than me. It's always me, 5 a.m. Come on, please, go to breakfast. I'll buy you breakfast. Brendan Walsh was like, come on. Oh, he goes, you can't believe I'm telling everybody I stayed up longer than you. I'm like, give me coffee. Do something. I'll have 5 Red Bulls. Anyway, so a lot of fun guests on the show. So here's what we're going to do. I
Tom
thought,
Martin.
not so much. He's listening. He's listening right now. Tom listens to every show. So,
Graham Elwood.
you want to say something nice to Tom?
Pete Holmes.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Tom, I'm listening to the show. You know how we could...
Greg Proops.
I wanted to
Greg Proops
think
was
about
fun.
it and have it come out clearly so
Jimmy
I could be
Pardo?
intelligent and
Jimmy
say nice
Pardo.
things to you, but I was
Yes, you're right.
Jeff
immediately
Tate.
mocked.
Oh, Jeff Tate was great.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jeff
You
Tate
have a
was
good
great.
Shannon Lee, the child therapist.
She was fun.
She was.
She was funny.
Do you remember when we had Tom Wilson on the show?
Tom Wilson.
And Mike Coman? Wow.
Coman.
Kevin Farley.
Bill Cosby.
He wasn't... Hey,
we've never had Bill Cosby?
Hey, Bill Cosby. I saw a guy the other day do Bill Cosby Jello pudding at an open mic night. This guy, he was young. Had to be 22 years old. Hey, Jello pudding. You're stealing jokes from outdated jokes?
Right.
Why don't you just, Jesus.
You're stealing
and then
jokes from open micers 10 years ago.
He goes, you remember that? You can't do remember that. If they don't remember it, it's not a good idea to do it if you're not positive. So act like you can't remember. Act like you can't remember it. But this isn't... Okay, ready? Right. You guys remember that? And then finally at the end, you guys remember. Barely. You give me a little bit like I think. Remember the commercial where they crack the egg and it was for drugs. Do you guys remember it?
A drug egg? No.
No, they went like, this is your... They would
Eggs
crack
are
an egg.
drugs.
No, listen.
Eggs aren't drugs, though.
And may pretend I'm doing it in front of an audience. Oh, hold on. Maybe I will go up. Hold on.
All right.
Whole eggs?
Can we do it up there?
Yeah.
Hold on.
What kind of eggs?
Hold on. Hold on. Real time.
Chris Hardwick.
Hello.
Kevin Sousa.
Dr. Kevin Sousa.
We had Tommy Chong.
2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
Todd, remember we had Tommy Chong?
Tommy Chong. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Todd. No, give me a name here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bert Bacharach.
Okay. Hey, everybody.
That's a real
How
person.
you guys doing tonight? How you guys doing?
Woo!
Yeah. Hey, do you guys remember that commercial where they crack an egg?
No.
No, the one where it was for drugs. You crack an egg.
No.
No.
No, I don't take my eggs with drugs.
No.
Eggs aren't drugs.
No. Shh. Do you guys remember? It's a commercial. It was like, "Don't do drugs. This is your brain."
For breakfast?
No.
No, it was okay. Does anybody? How many people up in the balcony? Do you guys remember?
No.
There was a. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs, and then they crack the egg, and it would go black.
I don't really remember.
Oh, kinda.
You do?
On the TV?
Yeah,
No.
sounds familiar.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it would be like, "This is your egg." Meanwhile, I'm sitting home and I'm going, "Hey, I'm on drugs. I'd like some eggs."
Bert Bacharach, everyone.
All right. So here's what we'll do. We'll take a break, and I think we did everything. We're going to go nice and slow. You're all good. And then, yeah, we'll play that. Yeah. So everybody feels good? Yeah. We got some Chip Chantry we're going to play during the show. I worked with this week. Chip Chantry?
Oh, is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Chantry?
Chip Chantry. Oh. Yeah. So that's probably the first time I was ever right on a name. And I know we started slow today, but you know what? That's where I'm at right now. But we're going to come back. We're not going to be so slow. We're not going to be so slow. Oh, wait. So anyway, you know, David, you wrote a very kind email, so I thought we could do something. I thought this song was appropriate. So Amanda, here you go. This is for you.
If you see your brother standing by the road with a heavy load from the seeds he sowed, if you find your sister falling by the way, go and stop and say, there's a brighter way. You've got to try a little kindness, show a little kindness, shine your light for everyone to see. And if you try...
Welcome to Talking Like Wahlberg.
Oh, hi, everybody.
Let's start out simple. The first word is hello.
Hello. Hello.
The first word is hello.
Hello. Hello.
Say hello.
Hello. Hello.
The first word
for
Talking Like Wahlberg is hello.
Hello.
First word.
Hello.
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 Say hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Let's say a second word.
Okay.
The second word is banana.
Banana. Banana. This is us trying to learn. Somebody
Second
put
word
it to
is
music.
Banana.
Banana. I don't think I'm getting better.
Say banana.
Banana. Banana. You try it.
Now look.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Let's try a sentence.
Sorry, Dan. Okay.
Here we go.
Okay. I'm going to try this.
What? You don't have a banana? What? What? Hello. What? 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 You don't have a banana? What? Hello. What? Hello. What? Hello. What? You don't have a banana? What? Hello. What? Hello. What? Hello. What? You don't have a banana?
Hello, everybody. I love that. I really was serious too. I'm like, I'm not getting better. I wasn't getting better.
It's a hard voice to do.
Banana. How am I? Will you guys be honest with me? Do you promise you won't lie?
Yeah. We'll be brutally honest.
Hey, how about a banana?
I think that was really good.
That's
That
what
was
it
close.
shows
Are you guys
like
being
him.
honest with me?
No, I thought we were watching Ted or something. I thought he was on
I
the
feel like you guys just lie to me sometimes.
No, Todd, that was
We
really
would
good.
I got a banana.
Holy shit. Is
Mark Wahlberg here?
Yeah,
Did you
I thought
really?
it was
You
Mark.
swear to
Holy
God.
shit, that was...
Shut the fuck up.
That
Do
was
you
amazing.
really swear to God?
Yeah.
I swear to God,
Swear to God.
that's spot on.
Yeah. If anything, Wahlberg doesn't sound enough like Wahlberg.
Oh my God! I think Chris is being honest. I got to be dumb and really wanting compliments. Chris is right. He thinks I sound more like Mark Wahlberg than Mark Wahlberg. Like anything,
course.
his isn't that good. His should be as good as yours.
Mark Wahlberg's a fraud.
Yeah. Fuck Mark Wahlberg.
Who does he
Fuck
think
up.
he is?
Fuck you. Fuck Mark Wahlberg. Oh, I'm so
His
good.
silly voice.
And his movies. And his money.
Oh. Do that character that you were going to do. See, I'm very disappointed in you on
That
the air.
reminds me of the time I was on TED, and Mark Wahlberg was a great guy, and he used to do impressions of your voice.
Okay, there you go. So let me introduce the character. This is Eric's character. The rest of the show is he's always going to tell. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about, even, you know. And oh wait, before I do that, you got to remind me. Write it down. Okay. We're going to do this, but first, before I do this, because I'm doing something that somebody that wrote a review didn't like that I did. So write down that when we come back, we're going to do what this reviewer is talking about that we do, and that's talking about the bit, not just doing it. So maybe I can throw them into a coronary, but I don't think they listen anymore. So, like I said, you know, the reviews that are negative are to me funny sometimes. It's really can't read a nice review, put to music. It could be self-gratifying. So Sharif has his guitar with him today. Could you read this review?
Sure.
And moving very close to your mic. Little reverb. Thank you, Chris. And you want someone to hold it for you?
I think I'll be all right.
I think you will.
You hear the guitar?
Yeah.
Tiring by Metalhead 20,000. Shows like The Bugle and Jimmy Dore don't do it this, and countless podcasts do. His host and guest blather on about how rickety and amateur the show is.
No, I don't.
How they're sorry if I forgot your name, etc. It's old. Get over it. Another cliche this show engages in is the constant reminder of the improv performances they just did. Who cares? Isn't it more important to promote the improv show happening next month? I'll try again in a few weeks to see if the show gets an actual format or entertainment value.
What a good review.
Now, that was very good, Sharif. I'm very proud of you. Well, hold on one second. Is it relevant? Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
So I had to say really this.
Podcast too new to have cliches.
Well, I mean, even in the short, I'm going to defend this person. Even in the short time that you're doing a show, yeah, it can be. Whether I agree or not, but yeah, you can do something cliche or do the same thing that every other podcast is doing. So I don't have a problem with that. Now, let me start by saying this. People go, "Oh, it's negative." I think we've talked about this before. So of course, Todd's going to make fun of it. Not true. Well, when it's just unfair. I've gotten emails. You know how I've gotten them? I don't read them. They're from people that, well, forget about the ones that are nice. We know why we don't read them. But somebody's called and asked not to. Oh, okay. Be careful over there. Somebody has. When I say be careful over there, it's because I heard some microphone noises. What are you looking for now? Okay. I get distracted if anybody's looking for things. No, Chris. I don't get this. I get distracted. You know me. Why are you keep doing it? Okay. Okay, so somebody can write constructive criticism, but to me, I'm more interested. Every email explains the person, and I love dissecting the person. Obviously, a kind email, obviously that explains somebody. Although how they wrote it explains even more. Somebody could have a criticism, but say it in such a kind way that tells a story about them. Like, that person was really disagreeing with me on something, but they proved that they could do it in a way that's still kind, even though we completely disagree. I know something about that person. I know that we disagree, and it also teaches me that there's a way that you can disagree with someone and still treat them with respect. Somebody can, so you learn a little bit about everybody from the email they write, not just the words on the paper. Obviously, no shit, you learn that. And then you learn a little bit about that person. And then it's fun to try to figure them out further. So with that in mind...
Well, we'll start with by Metalhead 20,000.
Well, I don't want to go there. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm trying to be very fair. But they said that I forget I can only imagine. And I hope this gets back to this person. And talk about cliche. You'll be cliche if you act like you didn't hear this. If you didn't, you didn't. But it'll probably get back to you. And you want to not do something cliche? Write in the show. Go, I heard it. And give me your opinion. And I'll fucking sing that too. You can't stop me. But it would be fun if you wrote another letter and we sang it. I'll add horns to this one. Thank you, Katie. Nothing like making Katie laugh. Nothing.
Nothing.
Nope. So anyway, did I say something? Did I? Okay, I hope I did. Okay, so that this person is probably unfair to the people around them. Because I forget names. I know from my heart and soul that when I'm forgetting names, I'm like, Todd, write it down. I do a lot to, and then so that happens. Like, why would somebody be mad at me for that? You forget everyone's names, and I never talk about this rinkety show. Now maybe I'm wrong. It'd be like I know someone could go, well, you do that. No, it's okay if I do because if I do, it's funny too. But do I talk about? How some people try to go, oh, this little rickety show, this. We might make...
No, this show was voted #1 by the Podcasters Association of America.
So we're professional.
Right.
We might mock the conventions of a podcast, but I certainly don't treat... I treat this like if I had a show on... I treat it like my stand-up. I give it everything I got.
We treat this show like it's on before Mark Maron, Fridays at 9.
We show it the respect it deserves. Yeah. And then, what else did they say? Oh, talking about the bits. Why don't you understand I want to do that? And what makes you think you're going to tune in it's going to change that much? Now the pressure's on me to try to make you like my show? Well, no.
I won't have it.
I won't have it. I'm not changing it to make... What's this person's name again?
Metalhead 20,000.
I would love to have them in as a guest. It'll be the first time I ever took and just really see if I'm right. And by the way, not only will they have them as a guest, but I'm going to put more thought into who this person is, and I will put thought into the trouble that her family probably thinks she or he. Is it a she or a he? I don't even know.
Just a metalhead.
Maybe they were born in the year.
It doesn't matter either way. But this would be an interesting experiment. Like later after the show's over, I put a little thought into, by what she said to me and what her criticism was. I try to figure out what the problem her family has with her, and we bring in. Look, with the internet today, you could probably find them. 2 of her family members without, if it's him or her, whoever it is, without them knowing. And then wouldn't it be great if they go, hey, if either I'm completely wrong, and they go, no, it's pretty nurturing, pretty giving, pretty accepting of different things, or they go, Todd, when you fucking say, yeah, you're right. And we can only find out if you contact us. I'll tell you that right now.
Email us at toddglass.
No. What is this?
Does he ride a motorcycle? Todd Glass Show.
Does he ride a motorcycle? Someone asked me that. Oh, Joe, does he repair motorcycles? Please resubmit a new jingle. It's the first time I've been mean to him. I have to lay down the law. He's getting lazy. I want to take Joe, you better be laughing, you son of a bitch. No, it says, because someone said, I think with my tattoo, it looks like I could have repaired motorcycles.
Yeah.
What if Joe goes and finds the show where I said drive? I said, you don't drive a motorcycle, you ride a motorcycle. And I did say it, but play it again. I still like it, Joe.
Does he ride a motorcycle? Todd Glass Show. Would you like reverb on your mic? And would you like background music? Todd Glass Show.
So beautiful. It really is.
We may have talked about this on the show before.
You look like you could ride a motorcycle.
I wouldn't. I couldn't.
Like
you know why?
on
If the
a
thing,
Saturday road trip.
You know what? What is this? Earth Angel, Earth Angel. Fade it out.
I've been to that lounge.
You know the beginning of this song, Sharif?
What song is it?
Earth Angel?
Yeah.
No, but sing, put a lot of reverb, like too much. I want to hear what it sounds like if there's too much reverb. And you could sing before they come on, like get the chorus before they start singing this person. Just try it again. A lot of reverb, like too much.
Earth Angel, will you be mine? My darling dear, love you all the time. Angel, Earth Angel.
That's good. Fade it out.
Fridays at 9.
Sharif, that was good.
Thank you, Todd.
We got to utilize that. We're going to take a break and figure out how to utilize you more. No, I'm saying we have someone that can sing. We got to do. Oh, I know. We have some stuff. It's all good. So anyway, let's do this. Let's talk about how great we are at improv. What do they care if I plug my improv dates? Is that what they said? Do I misunderstand them? Shouldn't you be plugging your improv dates? Can you read it again, Sharif?
Well, they don't like that you plug your past improv dates, but you don't talk about next week's improv dates.
Well, guess what? Oh, why? You want to come see me so you can't enjoy me? Why are you so worried? This person's just looking to be negative. They don't even give a shit where I'm performing. Helium was great. I do. I talk about it after. But no, there's something funnier than that. That look, unless I misunderstood this person, you should plug your dates. Well, why? You want to see where you're not going to go. You often not like people on their podcast and go, I should go see them live. Here's this person. They go, yeah, I do. I do. Yes, I do. They don't want to be wrong so much. I do. Sometimes I hear a podcast. I go, that's not my cup of tea. But this guy might do stand-up with a completely different sensibility. So I can't believe I can't even go see him.
I really want to see him, but he's never said where he's going to be, and now we'll never know. There's no other way to find out where Todd Glass is going to be.
You know what I wish we had? What was our friend talking about at the bar last night that they're going to have someday? I wish they had fucking shit. Computers.
Oh.
One day they'll have computers, and I'll be able to find out where Todd Glass is going to be. You want to know where I'll be? I'm still going to end nice. You don't know. I don't think you're a bad person. You just don't know. It doesn't mean you're bad. There's probably other things you do in your life that are brilliant. I wonder about your creativity, that's all. Because when you don't, you know. But anyway, could you read that again? Do it. Make the person proud. You're singing their words. Think who that person is and represent them in your voice.
Okay, yeah.
Just whatever you want to do.
All right, I could try it again,
Yeah.
I guess.
Don't be disrespectful.
No.
Think of the voice. It might have a voice like a butterfly. You might think this person has a voice like a stern eagle. It doesn't have to be just because they disagree. An eagle is still stoic, and it's an eagle, but it comes in with a vision and a passion. Your passion is that you're not crazy about my show. You didn't think you had to go and write a review about it. I thought that, my mom saw it, and she's very upset. She saw the review you wrote, Iron... whatever you are. You had to do. Why couldn't you just, seriously, why couldn't you just not like the show? I'm not a bad person. I mean, hey, I can be a nice person, but still, I get it. You're like, I know Todd Glass has got a good heart, but that fucking show, I hate it. That I get. You can be a nice person with a shitty show, but couldn't you at least go, I'm not going to write a bad review. The guy, he's not out to hurt anybody. Like, I don't like his show. I don't need to go write. Why'd you have to do that? And I get it. I do get it. You have it. That's what the reviews are for. I get it. I do get it logically. But seriously, are you sorry you did it in a way? Like you'd think if you had somebody around just before you press send, they would go, I wouldn't write a bad review about the show. Guy's never hurt anybody. He's very kind. He tries to be. He's not perfect. He steals from hotels. I'm not trying to act like a saint. And I've stole from a few other places. But I don't know. Think of their voice.
All right. I'll give it a shot.
Put a little reverb, but not too much. Hold on. Don't do it. There.
Shows like the Bugle and Jimmy Dore don't do what this and countless podcasts do. The host and guests blather on about how rookie and amateur the show is.
You did tell him to get in the mind
how
of the
they're
writer.
sorry if I forgot your name, etc.
I mean, look at Chris's face. It's obviously. Let him sing it. Just let him sing it.
Another cliche the show engages in is in the constant reminder of the improv performance. Hey, dude, who cares? Isn't it more important to promote the improv show happening next month? I'll try again in a few weeks to see if this show gets an actual entertainment value.
Is that any better?
That was a little bit disrespectful. Yeah. I didn't want to stop you because if I was ever doing stand-up and somebody stopped me in the middle of a joke, I would be offended. But that was... someone can disagree with me. I don't know if that's necessarily their voice, in all fairness, Sharif.
Sorry.
You want to plug your shows?
We may have talked about this on the show before.
Well, I actually, not only do I think we talked about this on the show before, I think you played that jingle before.
He did.
Yeah.
You definitely...
Oh, that's okay.
That reminds me, when I was...
Hold on.
We're going in for the close.
Okay, hold on. I got to regain order here. Chip. Oh, go. What were you going to say?
I want to say one last thing about this. When I was a kid,
that was disrespectful, though, right?
It is, but it's kind of nuts because when I was a kid, my mom, wherever we'd go, we'd have a bad experience, and she'd go, "I am going to write them a letter. I'm going to tell them how." I thought she's never going to write a letter, and if she did, she's crazy. When you go on a site and write a negative review.
There's always exceptions because I know, like somebody, if enough people write bad reviews about a restaurant, it's nice to go on there. Where they're not in control over them. You never read reviews where the restaurants can, they're. What are you doing? My God, I think you're. Oh, I'm so glad you didn't smoke. Well, I know you're fine, but you have to.
But
you have the wherewithal to go. Yeah, that was a little.
Going.
I already think you're a little. Oh, no, that's fine. No, that's fine. If that way I know. If you go, I'm getting another drink, I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
No, but I didn't want to get... I thought you were about to cue me or something.
No, you're good. You're nothing but a delight, Chris.
At least you don't have to buy stamps to write someone a bad review on the internet.
That's true. At least Chris just brought up a good point.
True.
At least you don't have to bring up stamps. Oh, remember the character that you're going to do. Not a good sign, Eric. Remember, it's a great bit. You got to do it. I'm telling you, we can still... Why don't you...
You didn't set it up.
Oh, I didn't?
No.
Oh, look at you blaming me, you son of a bitch. If you're lucky, you're right on a technicality.
We'll go back.
Okay, write it on a piece of paper in big black magic marker. Everything's fine. Isn't that funny when I know when I say that? No, but we will do that. The pilot coming here, by the way, he goes, I'm going to try to do it. Now, put that and put it somewhere so you see it. The pilot coming, no, give it to me. Yeah, no, give it to me. Because I'll see it and I'll point to it. And then you'll know. Oh, now they're going to know every time you do it, I'm pointing to it.
Yes.
Anyway, let me set this bit up. No, I'll set it up first.
Yeah, thank you.
So anyway, and then I'll talk about the pilot. I don't mind chaos. It's got to be organized. And I'm doing a pretty good job right now. So the bit is that you just interrupt us throughout the whole show with inane facts, and no one really gives you anything. Once in a while we motto, we're like, oh, that's nice. But we obviously want to move on with our story. And it has nothing to do with anything. It could have anything. You just make something up. It's always about celebrities you worked with.
Okay.
And you could have been, extra or whatever, but you're jamming it in there. And maybe there's a morsel of how you connected it and we see it, but
Like when I was on Desperate Housewives and the director told me I'm going to be a star.
Okay, well, that's always good to hear. Anyway. And then maybe in the background when we do that bit, you can all just, like, I'll lead, and then you guys go, I guess, what are you going to do? I guess, and then we just sort of go right back to our conversation. But anyway, so we got a lot to talk about today. Sharif.
One time I met Tom Hanks, and we went out for shrimp scampini.
Okay. Well, I guess that's... Anyway. All right, so let me do this. I love it already. It's so worth setting it up. The murmur in the background's got to be perfect. It's got to be like, I guess that's good. And then we go right back to what we're doing. Okay, but you'll know when because I'll... Okay, so here we go.
You'll point at it, and then I'll be spontaneous.
Yes. Well, they don't have to know. Matter of fact, let me give it to you. I won't tell you when to do it. Use your instinct.
Just don't fucking forget about it.
All right, so listen. Here's what I want to do because I think it's very funny. I worked with Chip Chantry this week, and then I was going to do something. No. I was going to do something. I was going to set that bit up. Oh, the pilot. God damn it! I'm professional, and this is a professional show. All right. Hello. This rinky-dink show. Our phone system doesn't even work.
This is very amateur.
The pilot goes. Hold on one second with those. The pilot goes. Yeah, I'll do the pilot voice. What am I, too fucking good to do it? Ladies and gentlemen, we got a little turbulence there. We could go higher, except this plane is not... I'm 80% close to what he said. 80%. Plane is not really built to go that high. And I swear to God, if he said the altitudes of that high, but that's the basis of what he said. He goes to find a safe place, to find a place where there's no turbulence. And unfortunately, if we went lower, where there's some smooth sailing right now, the headwinds would be so strong that we wouldn't have enough gas to get us back to L.A. I'm like, why would you have to bring that up? Like, at a certain, like, that's how much we're, like, I know what he means, and it's all right that it happens. I get it. But I don't want to hear that the plane isn't built to go higher? Which one is? That's the one I want to be on. Right. I want to be on the plane that's built to go higher if there is one. Maybe, there has to be, or he's referencing something.
Well, I think he probably wanted to let you know why he's not doing anything so he has to take you out of the situation.
It's all ego. So he has to let, folks, I'm sorry this, hold on. Now I got to get this ready. It's worth it. What number was it, Katie?
36.
36. That's how many drinks Katie has before she's happy.
Every day.
Every day.
She can't record a show without 36.
Hello? Ladies and gentlemen, do you have any background plane noise? On the soundboard? No, seriously. Don't we have a soundboard page?
We have a soundboard, that is true.
And I think there might be some plane noise on there.
There's birds and a plane.
Okay, we don't need the birds, just the plane.
I don't have any background.
None? Yeah, I thought we had a page with sound effects and everything on it. No. Do we have any background plane noises?
No.
But didn't we have a board? Oh, we have. Where's the board with all the sound effects? Oh, there it is. Do we have anything? No, that's... No, I'm surprised you didn't play that just to scare us. All right, so I'll do it without it. It's okay.
Check at 345 traffic, 2 mile, final without delay.
Bring it down a little. Like that'll work. It's okay. We're in the cockpit. We're hearing some of his background noise. Bring it down a little bit more.
Start it over. And don't play anything else but this. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Captain Brittenmeyer. We are hitting some turbulence there for quite some time. Wanted to bring us up to a higher altitude where maybe there's some smooth sailing. You can just keep replaying that from the beginning because it's better sounds in the beginning. The problem is our altitude, if we went up higher, the plane isn't built to go up there. Piece of shit plane. That's what I got here. 42 goddamn years in the business, and they're giving me this piece of shit. And I'm going to tell you something else. If I go lower, we don't have enough fuel in this piece of shit. We wouldn't even get to L.A. I feel like going lower. I feel like I should go lower. Meanwhile, people are
horrified sitting in their seats.
I should go lower. You know, the other problem is with the gas tanks on this plane. First of all, this plane belongs in a junkyard. Yeah, if we supplied the altitude right now where we're at, bumpy, yeah, we're going to be fine. Don't get alarmed. But if we go lower or higher, boom, we're dead. This is a piece of shit they give me. Anyway, other than that, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Unless you're in coach.
There's no fucking way you can do that back there, is there? I know that seems like a cheap airline blow, but it is true. They shouldn't make that announcement.
They should, okay, we can go out of this. They should separate. If they can't separate the announcement they give for first class people that they do for coach, then just don't say it. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Really, I'm in a middle seat. Shouldn't they at least say accept?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you can sit back, relax, and can I get some background playing? That same stuff. I like that. Ladies and gentlemen, anyway, other than that, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight, unless you're in a middle seat or next to a large person. Enjoy your flight. Our flight attendants will be through the plane soon to make the unnecessary put your seat forward, which they love to do because they love to make you unhappy. And that 3 inches that you get that makes it bearable to fly, they put your seat up, shut the fuck up. Why don't the three? I got an idea.
I know, I forgot who I was. Well, that turned into just a flight attendant making the announcement. But, when they tell you to put your seat up, I get it. I see the problem with doing comedy sometimes for me is that I feel there could be one flight attendant or two listening to the show that knows why it really is important to put the seat up. I would imagine, God forbid, there's an accident, you need to get out. I get it. But fuck. Can't I just forget about it for a second and do a goddamn bit? So anyway, with that in mind.
Thank you, Chris. See, that's what happens when you're right with me. I love it.
Because I'm not lying.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Todd, I used to do a lot of traveling with Mel Brooks, but I can't relate to this because we usually got to sit in first class.
What did you say?
Yeah, one time I was just telling you when I used to hang out with Mel. We traveled quite a bit, but we always got to sit in first class.
Oh, I guess that's good. I didn't bring it up right now. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen,
this is your captain speaking, and people.
I forget the bit. Shut the music off. What was the bit? I was heading.
Well, the captain was basically his ego was telling you why he was staying in the turbulence because they could have went a little lower.
Oh, they shouldn't make.
They might have had to refuel, but they'd rather the fear of death.
Ladies and gentlemen, what if the captain did that?
How much fun
I've been on that flight.
Yeah,
everybody, this is your captain. Guess what? You want to do a loop-de-doo, a loop-de-doo, a loop-de-loo?
All right, shut it off.
I was on a plane recently, and the flight attendant at the end, when she was like, thank you for flying, sang a song.
Yeah, I could do without
and
that.
I wanted to jump off the plane.
Yeah, I love sometimes when they make a joke I've never heard of, and then it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
But
She sang like a 2-minute song.
Oh, I know. We're the family of the thing, Southwest.
Yeah.
We're the from the town of Burbank. We're heading to casinos. We're gonna gamble. Shut the fuck up.
That's funny.
You liked it? Chris goes, I'm gonna fly that airline.
And remember, don't unbuckle your seatbelts until I finish my performance.
His dad wrote that song.
All right.
Yeah, this is Officer. This is a pilot. Captain Burden.
This is a pilot.
Thank you all for flying. And
what if his dad really tries to help the show?
Hi, everybody. This is Captain Burden. Make sure you listen to the Todd Glass show. My son does. He's the musical director. He flies for free. He's sitting behind a girder. The only plane that has a girder.
All right, let's stop with the bit bullshit here. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Oh my God! It just seems like it just. Chip. I was working with Chip Chantry last week at the Helium, and he had a bit that really made me laugh. He used to really be a school teacher, and so if, follow Chip on Twitter, go see his show. You can find him on the internet. Chip Chantry, play this bit.
The thing I loved about teaching is that you get to teach real life lessons to these kids, not just math and science, but real things about how to be a person. Sometimes those experiences are thrust upon you. You're not ready for it. And one day, these kids are working on these little partners, these projects. And this one kid comes up from across the room. This little girl, Julie, yells from across the room. She's like, Mr. Chantry, Justin just said the C word. I was like, oh, it's go time. It's like, Justin out in the hallway now. And I don't know who was more nervous, me or him, because what do you say to that? And he's out there, and I walk out there, I storm out there, and he knows he's in trouble. He's shaking, he's nervous, and he's looking at me, and I was like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. And I get right down at eye level. And I was like, look, Justin, you're not in trouble, buddy, okay? Let's just make this a life lesson. I don't care what Julie did or said to you. I don't care what any girl ever does or ever says to you. You never, under any circumstances, ever call a girl a cunt. You don't do it. It's a horrible word. How would you like it if someone called your mother a cunt? Think about that. And he's like, I said crap.
How funny is that? Listen.
My career flashed before my eyes. And he's like, well, what's a cunt? Wait, stop! It's just a made-up word. I just made it. Just fun with phonics. I don't even know. And I'm trying to think about how I'm going to explain this to the principal and his parents, how I'm going to save my job. And my mind's racing. And all of a sudden it hits me. I was like, wait a minute. You said crap? He's like, yeah. And Julie timed you out for that? That's a cunt. That's what it is. There you go.
Chip Chantry, ladies and gentlemen.
Stay away from Julie. Life lesson, all right? Steer clear.
All right. That's funny. All right, so why don't we do this? We do have to go in for the... Oh, we didn't do so much. Oh, yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll come back, we'll do... What's this?
Hello, Todd Glashow, won't you dish out some dirt? Hello, Todd Glashow, what color is Todd's shirt? Hello, Todd Glashow, won't you dish out some dirt? Hello, Todd Glashow, what color is Todd's shirt? She's calling up the show. Only here's Daniel Kino. She always begs your pardon. Good old Sandra Van Garden. Hello, Todd Glashow, won't you dish out some dirt? Hello, Todd Glashow, what color is Todd's shirt? Hello, Todd Glashow, won't you dish out some dirt?
Hello? Hello? Oh, hello. We're actually, this is a song about you. Hello? Hi, hello?
Hello?
Hi, are you there? Hello?
Hello?
I'm gonna shut the music off. I can't hear. I think this is really her. Shut the music off. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Hello?
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 Yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
Hi. Did you hear the song about you?
Hello?
Did you hear the song about you?
Hello?
All right.
Hello?
You know what? Forget it. Crap. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh, by the way, never mind. So we're going to take a little break, and we're going to prepare two things. Well, we're going to do two things when we come back, and then we're going to go in for the close. It just goes so quick.
10 years ago, I used to hang out with Steve Martin, and he didn't care too much for the Doors.
Well, that's good for him. Okay.
That doesn't seem...
Cool.
Yeah.
I guess.
Doesn't really
Well,
matter.
not everyone does.
Doesn't even have anything to do with what we're talking about. Anyway, it's ridiculous.
Kind of weird. Why do you do that?
No one cares.
No one...
Why does he tell us? Like, I don't understand. Oh, I used to work with the Doors. Why doesn't he just tell us a story about a door? Oh, my dad bought a door. Jesus, it's like, stop it already. Just everything. Well, anyway, we're gonna when we come back, we're gonna do some more taters. So that's gonna be fun. We're gonna do the more taters song when we come back, probably.
Yeah, about 20 years ago, I was good friends with John Candy. Did I ever tell you that?
Oh, my God. What is that even?
John Candy could eat.
Oh, my God.
He was a real funny guy, too, John. Oh, he'd laugh.
Shut up. We'd laugh. It sounds pathetic. Oh, we'd laugh. Does he think taters remind him of John Candy because John Candy eats taters?
I guess. I don't know.
That's racist, right?
I don't know if it's racist, Chris, but... I used to be friends with John Candy. He ate a lot of taters. What is this? We'll take a break. We'll be back with the end of the Todd. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Sharif, do you have a website?
I do. It's sharifmusic.com.
Asshole. No, it's called sharifmusic.com. I like a lot of your songs, so go there and listen. I guarantee you go there and listen. You'll find a few that
How do you spell Sharif?
It's Shari.
I smell wedding bells. I mean, I hear wedding bells.
I smell. I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice you said that.
What is it again, Sharif?
It's Sharif.
Sharif music?
Music.
All right.
That's it.
So we'll okay. Let's don't play that yet. What's this?
I live my life like there's no tomorrow, and all I've got I had to steal. Least I don't need to beg or borrow.
Maybe you could put. You might not have it on. Do you have any of that Tiny Tim ukulele music? Yeah. I wonder how that would sound if you played that in the background.
I don't know if they would line up.
I think if it's bad, it'll still be good. How are you people he's finding? Are you doing good with your headphones on? How you doing? I like your headphones.
Thank you.
I like it.
Can I plug something?
Of course.
Steve Lemmy and Kevin Heffernan are doing their podcast on the network, and it's already out.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it came out this Wednesday. It's called Chewing It.
Chewing It.
Chewing It.
You're listening to
Chewing
Chewing
with
It.
Kevin and Steve.
Can
so
you give me
look
a
it
little
up.
diddle-diddle on the guitar? We can do some... you tell them they can... If they want, they can come to this show and take these little... I'm going to do them some jingles right now for free,
Okay.
live. What's it called, the name of their show?
Chewing It with Kevin and Steve.
Chewing It with Kevin and Steve. You put the guitar a little closer. Here we go.
Chewing It with Kevin and Steve. This is what. Who's the guy that makes my jingles?
This is what he does. Hello? Hello? Chris goes, you know the ones I do that say, like, play the one where they go Todd Glass over and over again. That's how he perceives it.
Like the voted #1 in the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, any of them. You can play any one of his jingles.
Todd Glass. Todd Glass. Todd Glass. Todd Glass. Todd Glass. Todd Glass.
Fade it out. All right. So Chris was going when we went to do it. Hold on. Okay, so do it again. Just do it. You can do anything. You can make up sounds, do whatever you want, and then I'll do it. Okay, here we go. This is for, what's the name of the show again?
Chewing It with Kevin and Steve.
Chewing It with Kevin and Steve.
You're listening to Chew It with Kevin and Steve.
Chewing It.
Isn't it Chewing It?
Yeah, you said
The Weirdos.
You're listening to the Weirdos with the Beardos.
All right, we got it. All right, so that was that. That's for them. That's a present,
Nailed
guys.
it.
That's a fucking jingle, what I just gave you for free. So don't fucking complain. All right.
I live my life like there's no tomorrow, and all I've got I had to steal. Least I don't need to beg or borrow. Yes, I'm.
This is what else I have. Look at this. Do the things we broke up. Get back to the original board. This is. Oh, what's the we broke up the. And then watch this. Ready? I'm here. I'm here with Sharif. We're having a good time. We're having fun. We're having a good time. We're here at the boom bada bing bong.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, you're listening to what's the name of their show?
Chewing It with
we'll
Kevin and
do
Steve.
another one. Get these ready. Not the first one. The hits. Yeah. Chewing It.
Chewing It with Kevin and
People
Steve.
probably think I have a mental disorder right now. Chewing It.
Chewing It. Yeah.
Okay. You're listening to Chewing It with Kevin and Steve. You're gonna love it. Chewing It right after the Todd Glass Show. Chewing It. That's a $50 jingle right there. Put me in your goddamn movie. Fade it out. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna take a break, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna wrap it up. And I'm taking a chance on what we're gonna wrap it up with.
You know who else likes movies is Donald J. Trump. We'd watch him together in his helicopter, taking rides over New York. He really likes movies.
Where movies come up?
Doesn't even have anything to do
Said
with
something about movies I was telling you about.
Doesn't have anything to do with that. Don't tell me he's fine. How would he work? What? Seriously, what were we just talking about?
We were talking about podcasts.
And he talks about taking a flight with who?
Donald Trump.
Who gives a shit? I don't even like Donald Trump.
No one does.
Oh, I used to be related to Adolf Hitler's assistant. Oh, you know Adolf Hitler's assistant? His daughter was my neighbor's best friend. Anyway, why does he do that? He's ruining this whole show. Oh, my neighbor used to know a wrestler. I forget his name. This is the worst name dropper in the world. My uncle used to be friends with some actor out in Hollywood's niece. Oh, great. That's what I feel like he does to me. Am I right?
Yeah, that's exactly what he does.
I'm doing an exaggeration of it. Oh, hey, Todd.
No, I think you're playing it
Eric
down a
over
little bit.
here. You
playing
think
it
so?
down, yeah.
Oh, hey, Todd.
There you go.
Eric over here. Funny you're mentioning spaghetti, because I used to be friends with Phyllis Diller. What's that have to do with spaghetti? Her hair looked like spaghetti.
That's exactly what he sounds like, yeah.
Katie, I know, and you be honest with me.
Morgan Freeman likes my stories.
Oh, my God. How many people think he even met Morgan Freeman?
He didn't. I don't think so.
He likes his stories.
I'm going to go with no.
No chance.
Hey, Morgan, do you like my stories? Yeah. Probably said that. He's probably an extra on some Morgan Freeman.
Freeman. Mm-hmm.
It's a hard name to say. No wonder he's not successful. I can figure out what's holding everybody back but me. Say something. Can you do some drops for the show live? That's right. We have to do the drops live now, folks, because when people are on the show, it's free. But if I asked, Sharif to do it, just say the Todd Glass Show, because you can sing. I can't. The Todd Glass Show, bump, bump. And then just say, it's fun, bump, bump, every week, bump, bump. See how you do it.
First thing you say, I play the
Okay. No, just go right to the bumps.
The Todd Glass Show. It's fun. Every week.
That's the way we do it. Now you can do this song. This is a request sent in by our own Chris Burden. We're going to take a break. It goes quick. We're going to take a break. Eric, you can go out inside and smoke a cigarette, which, by the way, our young listeners, we don't recommend that.
Strangers in the night, exchanging glances, wandering in the night. What were the chances we'd be sharing love before the night was through?
Oh.
That's nice.
It's a good cover. Deja vu. Deja Jew. Deja Jew.
How dare you?
That's when you have a Jewish experience 2 times in a row. Deja Jew. Okay, so hold on 1 second. I love Chris is talking to Eric in the middle of the show. Like there's no show. Oh, Eric, I thought of something. I know Todd's talking.
Write this down. Go ahead, Todd. Continue. Hey, Eric.
Come on. Chris.
I was just helping.
No, you're not. Just don't trust your instincts. Remember I taught you that. There's so much to do with this show. What were we just talking about? You'll end with we're going to come back. We're going to start all over again, right? No?
We already did.
We already did? All right, so we'll close the show.
A very funny guy, Todd Glass.
It's always funny. Like he would think we're going to start that much over again. We'll do a song.
All
and
right.
then we'll pick a song. Do you want to pick the song, or do you care if I pick it?
I don't care.
I don't care. I don't care. My jokes don't go over. I don't care. Everybody, I don't care.
All right, Sharif, we get the point.
He does not care. I don't care. I don't care. He does not care. I don't care.
I think he does care.
He'll sing anything.
I'm going to call him and ask him if he minds I'm doing that joke, because I did it twice in my act. I stopped doing it, where I imitate him. I go, this is Kevin Meaney. He goes, Sam, I cannot wait. You know what? I know what he's going to say. And I know I've said this before, and it doesn't think I'm leading up to the joke every time, but I'm not. But you have to say this. Like, I'm going to call him. I'm going to talk to him. And he might say, I don't care. And that's going to be so funny. Because then I can go back on the air and say, he really doesn't care. But it's funny. Do you have the thing? And if you don't have it, it's totally understandable. I do care.
Yeah, that's okay. So because if I call him, Jingle Joe made a song that would be able to. You have it? Awesome. See, that was a good one. He got that. Chris got that under 10 seconds. I saw click, click. It's because he's high, man. So if I call Kevin Meaney and let's hold on 1 second. Hold on. Chris, I'll tell you, you're lucky you're funny. But because anyway, so listen. So I call Kevin Meaney. I mean, you see the joke coming, and I go, Kevin, I just did this once or twice. It's a tribute to you, but I would totally understand. Do you mind if I do it? And he goes, well, to tell you the truth, I'd rather you not do it. I'll go, so you do care.
I care. That's very interesting. I care. I care. I really care. I care. I really care. The topic you mentioned has my full attention. I care. I really care. Look out, Louis C.K. Let me hear what you say. I care. I really care.
Oh, he does care. That's if he cares. But I hope he doesn't care. I don't think he'll care.
Either way, we're in for a hell of a song.
I care.
You know my favorite part about that song? Your topic, you mentioned, it has my full attention. Can we all try to do that together? Sure. Okay, you ready? The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention.
I care.
The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention. The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention. A little more reverb. The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention. 2, 3, 4. The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention. The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention.
The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention.
The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention.
The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention.
The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention. The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention.
The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention.
The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention.
The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention. The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention. The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention. The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention. The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention. The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention. The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention. The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention. The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention. The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention. The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention. The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention. The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention. The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention. The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention. The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention. The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention. The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention. The topic you mentioned, it has my full attention.
Todd Glass Show, Todd Glass Show. The bits are always gold, Todd Glass Show. Todd Glass Show, Todd Glass Show. Todd Glass Show, Todd Glass Show, Todd Glass Show.
Oh, that was fun, right?
That was fun.
Was it?
Who needs lyrics?
Who needs lyrics? What do you want to sing over here? Put something up here as we go to close. It's a fun show. I had fun. I was glad you were all here. Look over there, it's Eric.
I got you.
Over there, it's Chris. All right, fade it out. We're getting out of control. You know me, I don't like to get out of control. Sure I do. Finally, that pot kicked in. Jesus Christ, what was it holding back for? Yeah, what did it have? This pot, it was mad at me. No, I'm not going to let you be high. Well, thank you, finally. Thank you, pot.
It just took one improvisational talking bit for us all to do for you to get high.
Well, there's no doubt that song we just did that's a fun thing to do when you're high. I hope the people at home, as I say. But I don't want to go.
You don't have to.
I know I don't. So, I say it's pathetic, but it's like I was being honest. I don't want to go. It's like I just am afraid if I start doing this bit here, that's the way it's going to end. But I could always stretch it out. What?
You have to teach Sharif this song.
Oh, Sharif. Oh, maybe we could
he's gonna need some coaching.
Wait, do you guys want me to? Do you guys really want me to sing? Because I haven't done it in a while.
Yes.
You really do?
Todd, we love it when you sing.
Come on. The bit is you want me to sing, guy, by the way. Eric's taking it in the right direction. Hello?
I don't think we want him to sing.
No, we
No,
don't.
they
But
do.
the bit is that we're taking it to the
True.
right direction.
I have a mic, so I can take it. I don't have a mic, so I can take it whatever direction.
Hello? 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 I got to find something good here.
How about just this?
Hello? I'll do that if I need it. Okay. All right. Okay, a little reverb. Can you put Welcome to My World on, please, Chris? That sounds horrible. Oh, that's it. Can we clean that up? It sounded shitty for a second. Who cares?
You did fix it.
All right. You really want me to teach you, don't you? Yes.
Yes.
Welcome. I can't do. Welcome to my world. You know what? I can't. I'm not feeling it. but I can. Oh yeah, go ahead. Can you get the rhythm of it? Okay, go ahead. Hold on one second. I can teach him. Just I can't sing it. But I'll just go like this. Play it from the beginning. Well, you know what? Maybe.
Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in? Miracles, I guess. They still happen now and then.
It's like a young Michael Jackson. That's not bad. Except one. Hello. I should repeat it. He goes, except I'm white, I'm going to be black later. He took a done joke and really fucking made it funny. You know, like, oh, Michael Jackson about, he black blood, turn this, that, turn that. They're all like, oh, I don't need to hear your joke. But that was funny. I'll give it to you. I'm the guy that did so. I'll give it to you. You know those people? It's funny. I'll give it to you. What am I fighting? All right. If you insist you're funny,
all right.
I guess I can't fight it any longer. I'll even give it to you. You're funny. Thank you, Your Honor, or Your Majesty, or whatever you call someone that's acting bigger than they should be.
Let the record show it was funny.
Excuse me. I hate to be interrupting because I'm very caring, but I was wondering. But if there was any way I could just bother you, and I talked about this last week, I just wanted a little tangerine dressing, and is there any way I could get something like that? No, the twang from the twang from that's okay. The twang from the from more taters, please. Excuse me. I do the whole bit all over again. It doesn't even bother me. Listen, I was wondering if there's any way. You tell me when you have it ready.
It doesn't bother me at all. Get it ready.
Okay. Do you have it?
Yeah, I'm looking for the vet, right?
All right, hold on. Okay. I'll do.
There's a lot of stuff. We do a lot.
Okay. Hey, no one's out criticizing anybody. I wait till you leave. Watch it, Katie. Your big fucking mouth over there. You open that big fucking mouth. It's so funny to talk to Katie that way. You know why? Because I swear on to George Carlin, to my mom's health, it's so unnecessary to talk to someone that's never been anything but kind, and then you just have this. You shut the fuck up over there. You know what you do. Every week she won't shut her fucking mouth. So anyway, hi, welcome back to this bit. I don't even know why this makes me laugh. Could I get a salad, please? Hello? Yes, I wanted to get a salad. Do you know what I forgot to play? We had on the board this woman. I don't know if we should give it away this week. We should tease it. Do you know which one? She ordering all those things on the phone?
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. But you know what? We'll save it for next week.
Yes, sir.
It's good stuff. And that's Blake Wexler's dad. 700 pounds at a time, coming down the steps vigorously. Blake Wexler's dad. I met his dad. Not obese. I thought maybe I remembered him wrong. You know what? I don't need to mention this on other shows because his dad's been spot picking around.
But you guys just went to Philly.
Yeah, we did.
Did you see him again?
Yeah. Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, what a journey we've gone on tonight. We were right there with you all the way. All the way.
Please swallow your pride. If I have things you need to borrow.
You know, when I was voted the American Podcasters Association of America, I took that as an honor. When I got that award, I meant it. I'll do everything I can in my power to always put on a great show.
Somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on. When you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on.
I fucking mean it. Not like the guy who wrote this song. I'm telling you, I fucking mean it. Hey, look, if this is what we have, we get together on this podcast, yeah, I'm here for you. Not like this fucking guy just probably wrote the song. Hey, but if you called him this guy, I bet he'd be like, oh, sorry, I'm busy.
We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry.
I mean, I can't fucking loan you money, but we can do this silly thing, and I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm here.
Lean on me. Well, if you need a friend. Whoa, baby, now. Well, if you need a friend. Whoa, if you need a friend. Whoa, baby, now. If you need a friend, won't you call on me? If you need a friend, whoa, baby, now call me. If you need a friend, won't you call on me? If you need a friend, whoa, baby, now.
Sharif bringing it home like a champ. Good night. Or good afternoon. Whatever you're doing.
Next time you're here With headphones in your ear, there's a lot of show left, so stay right here.
Hi everybody, this is Todd Glass. Did you know there's t-shirts available at toddglass.com? Well, there are. And if you don't like your t-shirt, you can use it as a rag. We guarantee it.
Cause we've got Todd Glass, we've got Todd Glass, we've got high on the mic with reverb glass. So anytime you're getting low, instead of letting go, sit and let the time pass. Hey, here comes another Todd Glass show. Hey, here comes another Todd Glass show. Hey, here comes another